Hello everybody on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining the Stock Martin channel. I thought I would make it a little bit funner for you today. I did get some comments in previous videos that the show was a little bit boring, so I thought I would hype it up a little bit. Hope this helps. If you're new to the channel, please give me that thumbs up and the like button so this can be shared with others. Also, please hit that subscribe button. If you're new, hit the notification bell, hit all so you can get all my videos. Leave me a comment down below that you subscribed and I'll give you a shout out at the end of the video. Hey, today I have a really good video for you today. We're going to be talking about why is NEO stock, CCIV, all these stocks going down today. I think you're really going to like this video, but please do your own due diligence before purchasing any stocks out there. And I'm just trying to do all the research for you, share it with you so you can make a good decision in your finances. So let's kick this off today by talking about a Motley Fool article. And we're going to talk about why the NEO stock dropped today and then kind of recovered. So if you haven't heard, there's a company called Didi. Didi is a Chinese company, and it's a ride-hailing company, similar to like Uber, but they do a lot of things, and they're just based in China. So this company, Didi, what happened is that the Chinese government are actually starting to crack down and investigate some of these companies. So let's take a look at this one article before we get to the Motley Fool one. But as you can see, Didi is the company that I'm talking about, and the shares are tanking as traders are reacting to China's crackdown. So what is going on with Didi? What is Didi? So big news is that China announced late Friday for US, we just had a 4th of July holiday weekend, and we were closed. The stock market was closed yesterday. And so all this news came like right at the end of Friday. And a lot of the investors just started reacting today when we started trading. And we'll talk about the stocks here in a little bit and see how they reacted. But the traders right now sold quite a bit, and because they're concerned that China is cracking down, and it conducts a cybersecurity review of the Didi company. Shares in the ride-hailing giant Didi company closed down more than 19% today, which it's based on this Chinese app. So this is big, guys, and I think a lot of investors were really worried that China is going to be cracking down on all the Chinese companies, and guess what? NEO is a Chinese company. NEO does not produce its own cars. It uses a company called JAG to produce all of its vehicles, which is Chinese-backed. But you saw a lot of Chinese companies, a lot of shares in Chinese names out there started to fall. You could see that JD dropped, Alibaba dropped, Baibu dropped 4%. So all these companies dropped, and NEO did too. So going back to Motley Fool, why did NEO drop today? It's because the Chinese government is cracking down on this Chinese ride-hailing company called Didi Global. They did this over the weekend. So this article says that the Chinese regulatory officials launched a cybersecurity review of Didi, the company I just mentioned, and they are prohibiting new downloads of the company's app. And also most US listed stocks dropped because they were thinking that they would really be impacting the Chinese vehicles or Chinese stocks, and this is why NEO dropped as well. So NEO has relied heavily on the Chinese government to manufacture its vehicles. As I mentioned, under the state-owned JAG, it stands for, and I don't want to butcher this, but this Johanna Automobile Group. And this is the company that just recently came out and said, hey, for NEO, we're going to be doubling its production starting next year. They're building a brand new factory for them to produce 20 vehicles per month of the NEO. And investors were really nervous today, so they really started to sell their Chinese stocks, including NEO. So that brings us to the stock, NEO. So let's take a look. So NEO just today started off by trading at $49.38. Then around the opening bell, it was still running around 49, and it shot all the way up, if you can look, at close to 11 o'clock to $51.50. And it dropped right when the news came out of this big Chinese crackdown. It dropped, I believe, 3.5%. Let's take a look. Yeah, 3.5% by $1.80. It dropped. And right when we got to below the $50 mark, you can see that investors started going back in, and it was trading a little bit sideways. So will this impact the stock in long term? No, I don't think it will, just because this crackdown was just on this DD company. I'm definitely real bullish on NIO, and I think it's going to do quite well in the future, and I'm really not concerned about this stock. Looking at the NIO stock in the past week, as we can see, we've in the past week had an increase of 2.3%. We did try to hit a new high almost at $55, but with this new news right after the 4th of July, you saw that we took some of those gains away. But we're still up 2.3% for the past week. Past 1 month, you can see a very nice line of regression on this stock. We've gone from $42 all the way up, like I said, trying 55. And then we kind of, as soon as we started going below that base, below the stability consolidation at $50, it just popped back up. I really don't think that this stock will go under $50. I would be very surprised if it does, but moving forward, the stock is a great investment in my opinion, but please do your own due diligence before purchasing anything. That switches the gears to us for Cciv Lucid price. This morning, this article was written at 11 a.m. The reason why I wanted to point out when that all happened is, look, on the Cciv stock, looks like it's going to cruise into the July 23rd merger. No big really news to report on this. The 2 weeks, the shareholders will be voting on the proposed merger date on the 22nd of July. If it passes, it will become trading under the NASDAQ as LCID. Lucid still is on the move and still targeting Tesla. It's talking about its high demand. And, there's pretty much not much to report. But as you can see again, we started trading this stock at $27.50, and right whenever that news came out, as you can see with NIO, after that news came out, people just started selling this too. I think the reason why is it's because it's considered an EV. When one drops, normally all of them drop. But we had a pretty big increase for Cciv compared to NIO. We had a 5% decrease. I mentioned earlier that NIO was a drop of 3.5%. But as you can see, bam, right when we hit that 26.30 mark, people just started to buy back in. And we closed after hours at $27. So nothing really much to report on Cciv Lucid. It's going to be an interesting week. We just definitely need to watch it. I was looking at this 5% drop just to see, how we're going to be doing it. I expect we're going to have some green days moving on this week, but hopefully we do not go below the $26 mark. You can see back in June 30th, we did test the $26.20, and we're nearing that again. So I am suspecting and hoping that this stock does pop back up. And we do need to try that resistance at $28, $29 again for the stock to move up and to move forward again. I do still think that by the time the merger date, we will hit the $30 mark. And I think moving forward after the deliveries start happening, Cciv, which will be Lucid Motors, will trade under LCID, will have a good future once the deliveries start going in. Looking at my stock forecast according to tip ranks, NIO is still doing fantastic. It's had 8 reviews, giving it a strong buy, 0 hold, 0 sell, with an average target price of $63.63, which is 27% upside from here. Looking at the highest price target, we are looking at $81. The lowest price target is $50, pretty much what we're trading right now. If you average those two together, that's where we get our $63.63. I do suspect that by the end of this year, I think personally we will hit that $80 to actually $100 mark. There's a lot of analysts out there that have been saying the same. I am very bullish on NIO. What you have to remember about this analysis and this stock prediction is it was done before NIO Norway was announced. It was also done before the big, I guess, manufacturing expansion was announced. So those numbers are not factored in here. And if you look at the production volume and deliveries for this past quarter, NIO has done fantastic and has outperformed their deliveries along with Tesla. So both great companies to look into. But again, do your own due diligence before you purchase any of these stocks. Looking at our CCIV, Lucid Motors stock prediction, again, we're at that 1 year forecast of $50 and about 72 cents, 5 years, $141.70. I suspect that if Lucid Motors does get the 577 Lucid Air Dream editions out to its customers that have paid big bucks to reserve this, $7,000 to reserve your car, they better get their vehicles, and hopefully these cars will be amazing, no problems with them. As you saw in the past video, I did show that Tesla Model S Plaid Edition did catch on fire. It was only one of 250 delivered. And so if something like this happens to Lucid, that could really be a nail in the coffin for this company. So it is still pretty risky. We definitely need to watch. I am hoping that Lucid engineers have tested everything and made sure this is going to be a fantastic car. If it is a fantastic car, just like Lucid says, this is going to be a monster of a company. I think it's going to be doing fantastic. And it's going to have a big niche in the electric vehicle market, especially the luxury market. Well, I hope you like this video that I shot for you. Again, NIO is a great company. It just did have that little bit of a hiccup just because a lot of investors were really concerned about Didi and the Chinese government starting its crackdowns and make sure, the company is legit. And a lot of investors started panicking and they sold. So when people panic, you sell. Investors sold. All the Chinese companies that are traded in the U.S. NASDAQ were selling off today. You got Alibaba, which was down. You got NIO, which was down. Li, Xpeng, both of those were down around that same time. Xpeng I actually didn't put in this video, but it did recuperate quite nicely. So you can see some investors are taking a really nice, buying the dip. And so if there is fear in the streets, people would jump on it and catch and scoop those shares up. And I think that happened today. But again, NIO, wonderful company. I have great stock predictions for this, and I think it's going to be doing great in the future. It is moving to the European market, which is the second biggest EV purchaser in the world. Chinese being the first. And the U.S., we are third. Come on, U.S., let's get out there. Pass some infrastructure bills. Give us those tax credits so we can purchase those electric vehicles. I think they were trying to pass $12,500 rebates on new EVs purchased. If they do this, a lot of people will buy EVs. So we definitely need to get that out there. And I overall think this is a great time for EVs and a great time for this disruptive market, especially since it's going to be slowly in the future taking over the internal combustion engine. But anyway, I hope you like this video. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this video so it can be shared with others. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get 1,000 subscriptions, and guess what? I need your help. If you do subscribe, hit that notification bell, hit all so you can get all my videos. Leave me a comment down below so I can give you a shout out at the end of my videos. And thank you again for all your support. I really, really appreciate it. Down below, if you would like to help out the channel, I put 2 links. One's for Webull. If you open an account, deposit $100, you get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850. If you deposit $100 into Coinbase, you get $10 of cryptocurrency and trading. Thank you for supporting the channel.